It was the first Mayday celebration hosted by the union since COVID reared its head in 2019. And the union was champing at the bit for what the speakers described as a dangerous time for workers, with the backdrops of global austerity, post-COVID economic instability, the war in Ukraine and Brexit all forming central themes. A somewhat modest turnout for International Workers' Day here at Casemates, and the unions have acknowledged this. They will be disappointed by the turnout, but they are determined to continue hosting this celebration on May the 1st, come what may. National Officer Stuart Davies said Unite was acutely aware of the financial impact of the pandemic, but was proud of the efforts of working people to keep others safe and protected.
But what I'm prouder about is the reaction of our members, the work that our members put in across the last 2 years to support Gibraltar, in their own jobs, and in many cases people being redeployed to unfamiliar jobs to actually support and keep people safe and protected in Gibraltar. And it's that contribution which is why working people cannot and must not pay the price or bear the brunt of COVID here in Gibraltar. Now is not the time to pitch worker against worker. Now is not the time to pitch the public sector against the private sector. We should be proud of the contribution that has made across both the public and the private sector in Gibraltar. They both make huge contributions to a vibrant economic position here in Gibraltar.
Regional Officer Gillian Burkett said Unite was developing new structures to ensure better representation for its growing membership and called on the government to meaningfully consult on the future of the public service.
Government's current position has already led to a collective fastening of seatbelts for the public sector, which has already endured pay restraints over the last couple of years, while witnessing financially conflicted decisions being made without any consultation, contrary to government's phrase, adopt a united front.
Unite Chair Christian Duo said the rights of workers had been achieved by union members of the past, and those rights were gradually being eroded. He said this was why it was important to celebrate Workers' Day on the 1st of May.
Let's not forget the significance of the day, remembering the struggles and hard-fought victories of our ancestors and trade unions, and thank them for the workers' rights we enjoy today.
Regional Officer Sam Hennessy said austerity had never worked and will never work, and added it shouldn't have taken a pandemic to recognize the importance of frontline care workers, and only real investment would benefit workers and society.
The demands of workers must be met by employers, and the scapegoating of one group over another will not help anyone. Across the private sector, we'll continue as a union to meet the challenges faced by workers, to ensure that COVID nor Brexit can be the excuse to keep conditions down.
And guest speaker from fellow union TSSA, Manuel Cortes, said unions would continue to fight for a better world for our children, where oppression and war were a thing of the past.
As I said, because we live in a very dangerous world, we've just seen a war of aggression by Putin, what he's doing to the Ukrainian people. But we've also seen the response of the working class in Belarus. Rail workers in Belarus who faced jail or worse, sabotage their own railway system so that Putin couldn't move arms into Ukraine. That's heroic, and that's what we are about in the trade union and labour movement. We're about solidarity.
With the speeches over, the trade unionists handed over to local bands to entertain a warm, sunny Casemates Square.